a quote from Carl Friedrich, and he was a political thinker. He said that there were 6 characteristics of a totalitarian regime. And communism was more, so this is the common term, he wanted to spread revolution and he wanted international communism. But Stalin didn't want this, he wanted more of a socialism in one country. And this created a sense of nationalism. Stalin didn't want anyone to oppose him. So anyone who had ideas that were different to him, they were sent either to death camps or they were put into exile. New people came into the party that were loyal to Stalin and they followed him. Well, the revisionist model minimizes Stalin's responsibility for all the things that occurred.
The effects of his agricultural policies. The speed of collectivization was impressive. However, it was sacrificed for industry. In 11 years, the holdings of agriculture went up by 75%. This demonstrates the resistance on all levels of peasantry, and that's because, as you can see, the numbers are going down with all the cattle and things that they need. And the horses particularly were important to them for transporting. Difficult to see positive outcomes of Stalin's agricultural policies. Again, how much was he in control, and he proved to be not very effective in decision making and implementing his ideas.
Many reforms were passed to try and improve and create greater equality for women. Divorce became cheap and easy, and abortion was legalised. Women were not brought up by their parents, they were left with friends and relatives while their parents moved to their work. It was argued that bringing up children in state-run homes would make it easier to instill in them the required social attitude to help destroy divisions between social groups. It's believed that a modern economy needs a literate and numerate workforce. Primary education became compulsory and the number of illiterate people declined for both the male and female population. The new system created, however, was not an improvement, also in many cases the old system was reintroduced. The party ended up going backwards rather than forwards, and so very few people benefited. Problems were caused rather than resolved.
Many of the themes the artists use in their work was of basically the people looking very happy, such as Lenin and Stalin. Their work was basically inaugurated by the state because the state would give planning permission for their work to be done.
It was not enough to say good work. It was not enough. One needed steel. With steel there would be a new, happy life, a life that had never been before, a life that had never been seen before. Music was restricted. The period of silence were always considered a very unfertile time for music, as basically music was dictated by Stalin's personal taste. Sadly, Stalin didn't have very good taste in music, so the music was good. And the Terrible, Red October, and Battleship of Cotton King.
Soviet foreign policy was kind of like the backbone of the Cold War. Trotsky had his views on foreign policy, Stalin kind of took the opposite. Acceptance into the nations brought some much needed relief. One thing by relief is Stalin was a very paranoid man who believed that the USSR was going to be attacked at some point or another. He wanted national security to be tightened. In addition to German aggression and the Anglo-French weakness, there was an anti-Comintern pact formed between Germany, Italy and Japan, and it was aimed directly at the Soviet Union. Nazi Germany and Communist Russia, who have always been sworn ideological enemies, they came together and formed an agreement. Safeguarding the national security was always his main task.